Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 31st day of October, the 29th day of Tishrei. Just want to remind you again that it's going to be a 2-day Rosh Chodesh, starting Monday night through Tuesday, and Tuesday night through Wednesday, 2-day Rosh Chodesh. Okay, now we're going to finish off our laws that we were telling you about the mystical Ruach Ra, the bad spirit that could rest on eggs after they're peeled, or onions, or garlic. So if they're left overnight in an unpeeled state, totally unpeeled, they're actually not supposed to be consumed after that because of the bad spirit that rests on them. There are some exceptions, and we taught them to you over the last few days. If this is a shocker to you and you never heard of this before, you may want to talk to your rabbi about it. Some ignore this nowadays, but many rabbis say no, not to ignore it. Anyway, so if this Ruach Ra, this bad spirit is on your eggs, let's say, because they were left overnight, then can you wash it off? Can it be rinsed off? The answer, according to most rabbis, is no. Rinsing it off will not help. Here's an interesting one. A lot of rabbis were asked, does it apply to all kinds of onions? And most rabbis say it's white onions only, not red onions, okay? So these laws that we've been telling you about the bad spirit resting on onions only applies to white onions. Now on a Seder plate, there is an egg and it's left overnight, and can you consume it on the next day? So some say that safest solution, since it could apply to that egg also, is to just leave the Seder egg hard-boiled in its shell, and then none of these laws apply because all this has applied only to peeled eggs, onions, or garlic. Some do say that it doesn't apply to mitzvah items like eggs prepared for Shabbos, for a shalashudas or something. Others say it does. So in order to be safe, the best thing to do is to just put other ingredients into the mixture of eggs, and then once other ingredients are giving other tastes into it, then this whole law does not apply, and you'd be safe from it. Does it apply to peeled radishes? So most people say no. No, it does not apply to radishes at all. Mostly, we're going to close now. This law that we've been saying about this special um, bad spirit that rests on these peeled things only applies to eggs, onions, and garlic. Other foods are not subject to this law. And if this law, again, is shocking to you and you want to talk to your rabbi about it, remember, it does not affect all foods. It does not affect these three foods in all situations. But in some situations, rabbis say to, yes, be careful about it. And again, it's peeled eggs, peeled onions, and peeled garlic. Thanks for logging on. Moving on to new topics after this. Everybody have a good Chodesh. And don't forget Yalav Yavel and all the additions. We'll give you more laws, God willing, tomorrow. Bye-bye.